I dumped the rest of my birdseed on the ground, and there was this one pigeon that really didn't want anybody else to touch it, so I threw an apple core, and there was minimal engagement. I mean, I loved it when it happened, like right now. So cool. But yeah, like really territorial and on watch and really hoarding the seed. So I decided to extend a hand to the other pigeons. There were 3 pigeons. I've fed, I don't know how many, upwards of 100 pigeons out of my hand, and never the ones on my roof. And I think feeding birds is really a beautiful and incredible thing. There is so much room for, I mean, it's really a mirror. It's ripe with projection, and it's incredibly vulnerable, especially when you're out in the world. You know, you're really putting yourself out there, and you don't know if the love and the care and the resources that you're putting out are going to be received. So he's really eating the dust at this point. There wasn't much left, but I really honored his devotion. Yeah, I was trying to really channel energy through my hands, and I do think that me and her established some trust. There was one moment that was really powerful where, yeah, like right here, where she was really right there, and I felt it, you know, and it was beautiful. And I love her boots. I call her Lady Fuzzy Foot. Yeah, I mean, I just did this for maybe 2 or 3 hours, and then my phone fell, but she still stayed, which I thought was really beautiful. Again, just more patrolling. And then a starling appeared, and I was curious if the interspecies would impact anything, and it didn't. But he was still kind of sassy to Lady Fuzzyfoot. But yeah, the starling was fine. And also there was a fly, on the birdseed. And yeah, I mean, he was fine with it. So yeah, I kind of just kept trying. Then, we started playing fetch, which I really liked. I guess it's not at that part of the video yet. That's me kind of processing everything as it's happening, and showing off my slippers, and my phone fell. So he's still patrolling, the floor was hers, and every time the floor was hers, he kind of hopped on and made sure the floor was his. Those were the babies. Yeah, so we started playing fetch, which was great. I would throw seeds, and she would come. He was not happy about this, but I saw him admiring my hula hoop, and I just, I figured I have the final remnants of this bird seed. I'm gonna give it to him. And that felt interesting to me, because I think bird feeding is really, really impactful, because, I don't know, you end up assigning roles to different pigeons and all the dynamics, and I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell a pigeon's biological sex, but, I saw the aggressor as a guy and Lady Fuzzyfoot as Lady Fuzzyfoot, and so it's just interesting to think about. And I've gotten into really long, in-depth conversations with baby pigeons on the roof about wanting to take care of them, but also, knowing that parenting and nurture is really different with, different animals, and, that I don't want to project my version of nurture onto this baby pigeon, but I want to keep an eye out for the baby pigeon. And, those are long conversations, and it really, makes you think a lot. So I spent maybe 3 hours doing this, and it felt really good, and I wore a V-neck for one of the first times in my adult life, which felt fine. Overall, I think I'm learning how important it is not to center myself as a human in this interaction, and, as vulnerable as it is for me, it's tenfold for the pigeons. Historically, humans have wronged pigeon time and time again. And I'm this giant thing that smells different, and it makes sense that, there's hesitation to eat out of a hand that could be loving or not. I think everyone should feed pigeons.